So hi everyone. Now we are going to start lecture 4 of current electricity, which is second part of resistance and resistivity. In the previous class we have discussed about what is resistance and what is resistivity. What is the formula for resistance? R is equals to, from the Ohm's law, R is equals to V upon I. And what is the formula for resistivity? Rho is equals to RA upon L. What is the SI unit of resistance? It's ohm. And what is the SI unit of resistivity? Ohm meter, right? And we also have discussed the factors affecting the resistance, like length and area. Two factors we have discussed. Now the third factor which affect the resistance is the temperature, right? We also have talked about that temperature has a direct relation with the kinetic energy of electrons, right? When we connect conductor with a battery, what happen? We provide electric field, that is potential difference per unit length. The electron starts moving in a particular direction, in a zigzag path. It is not necessary that they move in a particular direction just in a straight line. It's not necessary. They may move in a zigzag path, right? So, and there are collisions, we have discussed it in yesterday's class na? There are frequent collisions between the electrons, electron and ions, electron and other atoms, due to which there is loss of their kinetic energy. That is a cause of the resistance. What is the cause of the resistance? Frequent collision between electrons, due to which there is loss of kinetic energy, which is further converted into the heat energy. That is also known as the heating effect of electric current, right? So when we increase the temperature, of the conductors, in case of the conductors, we only talk about the conductors. Then further, in the upcoming topics, we will also discuss the effect of temperature on the semiconductors, insulators and alloys. But here we only talk about the factors affecting the resistance of a conductor only, right? So in case of conductors, when we increase the temperature, the kinetic energy of electrons also increases, right? And according to Ohm's law, the vector form of Ohm's law, the formula for resistance will be R is equals to ml over n e square tau. We also deduct it in the further topics. So R is equals to ml over n e square tau. Right? ml over n e square tau. So this relation shows that R is inversely proportional to tau. What is tau here? Relaxation time between two consecutive collisions, right? So as the temperature increases, the kinetic energy of electrons increases, like we have discussed in the previous classes, that firstly, before increasing the temperature, the electron moved like this. It took 3 seconds between two consecutive collisions. But as we increase the temperature, the kinetic energy of electrons increases. It may collide fastly in comparison to the earlier one, right? Now it took 1 second. So the relaxation time increases or decreases? It decreases. We have also discussed this point when we do the topic of effect of temperature on the drift velocity. Remember? So as the temperature increases, the kinetic energy of electrons increases, due to which the relaxation time decreases. And resistance has the inverse relation with the relaxation time. As the relaxation time decreases, the resistance of the conductors increases. Understand now? So with the increase in the temperature, what we have concluded? With the increase in the temperature, the resistance of the conductors, increases as the temperature of a conductor increases. Understand? Or having any doubt? No, no. We can also show this effect with another relation, the relation between resistance and temperature with an equation. What is that equation? R is equals to R naught 1 plus alpha delta T. In this equation, what is R? Actually RT, resistance at a particular temperature. Resistance at the original or the earlier one temperature. Suppose we have 5 degrees Celsius temperature. At that temperature, there is some resistance at 5 degrees Celsius of a wire or a conductor. Then now we increase the temperature from 5 to 10 degrees Celsius. At 10 degrees Celsius, there is some change in the resistance. Right now? Suppose the resistance is increased with the increase in temperature. So how much change in temperature occur? Final minus initial. Final is 10, initial is 5. So 10 minus 5. What is the relation between resistance and the temperature? RT is equal to R naught 1 plus alpha delta T. What is RT? Resistance at T temperature. The temperature that is changed, the final temperature. This is the resistance at the original temperature, the earlier one temperature, the T1 temperature. We can also say it R2, R1, 1 plus alpha delta T. What is delta T? How can we find the change? Final minus initial. So this is the temperature at T1 temperature, and this is the resistance at T2. This is the resistance at T1 temperature, and this is the resistance at T2 temperature. If we should know the value, there are 4 quantities now, 1, 2, 3 and 4. If 3 are known, then we can find the 4th one easily. Understand now? So this is the resistance at T temperature or T2 temperature. This is the resistance at T1, original one temperature. Alpha, what is alpha here? It is known as temperature coefficient. Temperature coefficient. It shows the relation between resistance and temperature. What is delta T? Change in the temperature. Understand? For the conductors, what you have to remember is, for conductors, this alpha is positive. Alpha is positive for conductors. Positive means if someone is going to diagnose some disease to the doctor, if the test is positive, what does that mean? That person has that disease, right? Positive means that person has that disease, and negative result mean that person did not diagnose with that particular disease, right? So alpha positive means with the increase in the temperature, the resistance also increases. Positive means positive effect, that with increase in the temperature, the resistance also increases. Understand now? So you have to remember 2 things. Alpha is positive for the conductors. Another one, with the increase in the temperature, tau decreases, due to which R increases. So in one line, if you have to conclude the effect of the temperature on the resistance of the conductors, what you conclude? That with increase in the temperature, the resistance of the conductors increases. In the question paper, you may have to ask the direct question or in the indirect form. How in the indirect form? If you have a copper wire and a silicon wire whose temperature increases, then through which wire current flow easily? Or current do not flow easily, or the resistance is high in which wire? In which wire resistance becomes high? After increasing the temperature. Okay, we only take one example, like in copper wire, we have just only one copper wire, right? We increase the temperature, then we have two cases now, before increasing the temperature and after increasing the temperature. In which case the resistance of the conductor becomes high? Did you understand what I am asking? We have a copper wire. In fact, we have two copper wires. Two cases are there. One, there is no increase in the temperature of that wire, and second one, we increase the temperature of that wire. So among these two wires, these two copper wires having the same length, whose resistance is greater? The second one wire, in which the temperature increases. So as we increase the temperature of a conductor, resistance increases. What does that mean? Resistance increases means obstruction is greater there, so current decreases. Understand that point? So when we increase the temperature, the resistance of the conductors increases, and hence current through that wire decreases. In case of conductors, understand that point? Next, fourth factor on which the resistance of a conductor depends, nature of the material or the number of electrons it have. Nature of the materials or the number of electrons, number density, that is N. In this case, in this formula, R is equals to ml over n e square tau. R has an inverse relation with the N. What is N? What is N, beta? Small n is number of electrons per unit, or we take it capital. Number of electrons per unit volume. Number of electrons per unit volume. It is a number density. How can we write the number? Like suppose number is 6 into 10 raised to power 28 in a meter cube, per meter cube. That is N, na? So that is called as electron density or the number density. कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है पर यूनिट वॉल्यूम में थ्रू अ कंडक्टर, दैट इज इलेक्ट्रॉन डेंसिटी. तो R shows the inverse relation with the N, right? So a material having large number of electrons or large number of electron density, if in a particular material N is greater, the resistance is less. Resistance is less, that means current flows easily through that wire. It means that, na, Sachin, right? So in case of silver and the another one like iron, which one is more, which one have more conductivity, through which current can easily flows? Through both current can easily flow, but whose conductivity is greater? Silver. Why? Because the electron density or the number density or the charge carriers in silver is greater than that of electron, iron. Understand this, na? if a conductor have large number of electrons per cubic meter, एक पर क्यूबिक मीटर या पर यूनिट वॉल्यूम में से नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स किसी मटेरियल में ज़्यादा हैं, जितने ज़्यादा इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होंगे, जितने ज़्यादा करंट कैरियर्स होंगे, करंट उतना फ्लो होगा, और करंट ज़्यादा होगा तो रेजिस्टेंस डिक्रीजेस। दो ही चीज़ें हो सकती हैं एक टाइम पे, या तो रेजिस्टेंस ज़्यादा हो सकता है या करंट ज़्यादा हो सकता है, बिकॉज बोथ हैव इनवर्स रिलेशन, राइट ना। सो नंबर ऑफ या नेचर ऑफ मटेरियल इज explained by the electron density or the number density, that how much electrons the conductor have per cubic meter. So silver has greater number density or electron density per cubic meter. Per cubic meter में current carrier silver में ज़्यादा हैं in comparison to iron. That's why silver is better conductor in comparison to any other material. Then second one, it's copper, then aluminium, then iron, right? So these are the four factors on which the resistance of a conductor depends: length, area of cross section, temperature, and nature of the material, right? Same in case of resistivity. If you have to ask what is the effect of temperature on the resistivity, then on what factors the resistivity depends? Is the resistivity of a conductor depends on the length and area? Not na. We have explained it in yesterday's class that if you change the length and area of a conductor, the resistance changes but not resistivity, because resistivity is a specific resistance on which the conductor depends, right? Now solve it. A wire of 10 ohm. A wire of 10 ohm resistance is stretched to thrice. Initially, the wire has 10 ohm resistance. We stretch it how many times? Thrice. If it has L length, we stretch it to increase its length up to 3L, thrice. To its original length, what will be the new resistance and the resistivity? Very good. That is the shortest form, but in boards you have to explain the longer method, right? So do it with the longer method, but the formula is R dash is equals to N square R. N is how much time you stretch that? So 3 na? So R dash is equals to 3 square of original. So R dash is equal to 9 of R, or what is the original one resistance? It's 10 ohm. So new resistance will be 90 ohm. Or with the longer method, you have to write R rho L upon A. You have to write R dash rho L dash upon A dash. L dash will be thrice of the original and A dash will be 1/3 of the original. Right now? So put the values. This 1/3 also multiply with the length. So 3 into 3, 9 times. And the original one is 10. It's being 90 ohm. Done now? Any doubt? So final or the new resistance will be 90 ohm. And what is the effect of this stretching on the resistivity? No effect. So in second question, if you have asked about the resistivity, that what is the change in the resistivity, then no change in resistivity. Because resistivity does not depends on length and area of cross section. Yes. Next one. A wire has a resistance of 16 ohm. It is melted and drawn into a wire of half its length. The length will be half than the original one. Calculate the resistance of the new wire. What is the percentage change in resistance? Do it. Right now the length will be, the new length will be half of the original one, and area, yes, twice of the original one. Then find the new resistance and the percentage change. Do it quickly. Very good, nice. Good. Change 75%. The change, how much the change will be? Change. It decreases from 16 to 4. So change 75%. Change will be of 75%. So what you did? R is equals to rho L upon A, or with n square formula we also calculated, है ना? By the factor twice or the half, it decreases. So the square of 2 will be 4. Okay. The 4 time it reduces. So 4 time it reduces means 16 upon 4, it will be 4 ohm. By the longer method you also solve it, and by the shorter method, R dash is equals to n square of R na. So you have n square is, and original one is 16. 1 upon 4th into 16, it's being, so new resistance will be 4 ohm. You can also calculate with the longer method. You calculated na? With the longer method, R is equals to rho L upon A, and R dash is equals to rho L dash upon A dash. So you have two equations. Divide them. Divide this equation with this. Rho is cancelled by rho. Put the value of L dash and A dash. L dash is half and A dash is twice. Right? We get the 4 ohm. Then what is the percentage change? How can we find the change? Change in resistance. Final minus initial. But firstly, the greater one is initial na. So firstly we write the initial one. So R minus R dash upon the original into 100. Right? So what is the change? 16 minus 4 upon 16 into 100. Calculate it. 12 upon 16. 3 upon and 4 will be 25. It's 75% change will be there, right? So you can easily solve these questions of resistance, and these are very important. We have already done the resistivity. What do we call the resistivity? Yes, the specific resistance. When the length of the conductor is, when length of conductor is 1 meter and its area of cross section will be 1 meter square. R is equals to rho L upon A. If L will be 1 and area will be 1 meter square. Put the value of L and A here. So rho is equals to R. So resistivity is the specific resistance or the resistance when the length of the conductor is 1 meter and area of cross section will be 1 meter square. And on which factors it depends? Resistivity. It doesn't depend on the length and area. So on which factors it depends? The factors which affect the resistivity of conductors. We only talk about conductors here. So what are those factors? Number one is temperature, and second one will be nature of the material. Right? Nature of the material. In temperature, according to temperature, how it vary? Like how resistance vary? With increase in temperature, the resistance of conductors increases, na? Because the tau decreases, and R has the inverse relation with the tau. Similarly, resistivity is equals to R, na? तो जैसे जैसे R वेरी कर रहा था, as the R vary according to temperature, resistivity of the conductors also vary with same as that of the resistance vary according to the temperature. जैसे जैसे resistance vary कर रहा था, similarly resistivity भी vary करेगी, right? So with increase in the temperature, as the resistance decreases, the resistance of the conductors increases, resistivity also increases. And what is the effect of nature of the materials? We see it or we explain it with the help of electron density or the number density, number of electrons per meter cube, per cubic meter, per unit volume. So R has an inverse relation with the N. Resistivity also has an inverse relation with N. The formula for R, we conclude it with the Ohm's law. R is equals to ml over n e square tau. A also. A is also being there. And density m over n e square tau. There are no L and A because they are unit 1 meter and 1 meter square in case of resistivity, right? So here resistivity also has an inverse relation with the electron density, or we can say number density. So as a conductor or a material having greater number of electrons or electron density, its resistance decreases or has less resistance, hence the current flows through that conductor easily. जैसे चीज़ें हमने टेम्परेचर एंड नेचर ऑफ द मटेरियल रेजिस्टेंस के लिए किया था, सेम विल बी हैपन विद द रेजिस्टिविटी. So resistance depend on the 4 factors, whereas resistivity depends on only on the 2 factors, temperature and nature of the material. Done? But remember always one thing, that resistivity doesn't change with length and area, right? Next topic. Okay, relation between current and drift velocity. When we connect the conductor, I thought this diagram is just remembered, है ना? So when we connect a conductor across the battery, potential difference per unit length we have provided, right? So due to which electrons got drifted from one end to another end, because initially before applying the battery or the electric field, their own average velocity becomes equals to 0. right? But this electric field or the battery provides them the average velocity, the necessary average velocity. So under that or due to that average velocity, they starts moving, they starts their motion in a particular direction, and hence current starts flowing. What is the direction of motion of electrons? In which direction electrons move? From negative to positive, because the positive terminal attracts the negative charges. There is attraction between opposite charges now. So this is the direction of motion of the electrons. So due to the motion of the electrons, current conduct, what we call the current due to the motion of the electrons, that is known as electronic current. That is known as electronic current. And what is the direction of the current? Positive charges from positive to negative, right? That is known as conventional current, right? So direction of electron is from negative to positive. It is a shaitan bacha, always move in the opposite direction. And what is the motion of the, what is the direction of the current? Positive to, right? So here we have to derive the relation between current and drift velocity. Current and drift velocity. What happened? The current start flowing ना due to the drift velocity. Drift velocity की वजह से current flow ना start होगा, because electrons got a drift, they can move, and hence current starts flowing. So there are many charges, there are n number of electrons in the conductor, and the total charge on electrons will be, total charge on n number of electrons will be Q is equals to n per unit volume they are flowing na. So n, Al, and E is the charge on the electron. E is the charge on one electron. There are n number of electrons per unit या per meter cube या per volume, per length. So what is the total charge on all the electrons? If I have to give one toffee to that one girl, Muskan, if I have to distribute the toffees to the whole class, I have n number of toffees that I gave to Muskan. अगर मैंने एक टॉफ़ी मुस्कान को दी है, मुझे सब बच्चों को टॉफ़ी देनी है, तो मेरे पास कितनी टॉफ़ी होनी चाहिए? 1 into 13. तो सिमिलरली E is the charge on electron, n is the number, और कितनी में है? पूरा वॉल्यूम में, पूरा कंडक्टर में there are electrons. So what is the charge on the n number of electrons? Q is equals to NaLe. What is Al? Volume. पूरी वॉल्यूम में इलेक्ट्रॉन्स होंगे ना, there is only not one electron due to which current flows. So this is the charge, total charge. And what time they took to travel in that length? T is equals to, what is the formula for speed? Speed is equal to distance by time. Speed is equals to distance upon time. So here speed is the velocity. Which velocity? We call it the drift velocity. And distance is the whole length of the conductor. So it is represented by L, and T is time. Rearrange it. So here time is equals to L by Vd, right? And what is the formula for electric field? We provide electric field here na, the potential difference per unit length. Then when we provide that electric field, The potential difference per unit length. Electron starts moving now. So what happened? The current starts flowing. What is the formula for current? What is the formula for current? I is equals to Q by T. I is equals to Q. We place this equation. NEAL. And what is the L over V? So VD goes up. I is equals to NEAL VD over L. We cancel out L with L. Then I is equals to VD ENA. VD is small. D is small. So this is the relation between current and the drift velocity. Where is the drift velocity? This. How you remember it? Remember it? Vedana. VDENA. Or remember it with Vina. VENA. Vina you remember na? Current is equal to Vina or Vedana. Whatever you want to remember. Right? So what is the relation? This is a very important relation between current and drift velocity. I is equals to ANE VD. Right?